Subscribe our channel, press the bell icon for latest videos.
Hi friends, here in this video we are going to see the pH and TS diagram, that is how to draw these diagrams for subcooled conditions. So let's get started. So what is meant by subcooling? It is the reducing the temperature of liquid refrigerant coming out from the condenser further, and how it is done we can see it with the help of pH and TS diagram. Now pH diagram is pressure enthalpy diagram, TS is temperature entropy. Here we are getting a curve. Onto the left part of this curve is saturated liquid line. Onto the right hand side is saturated vapor line. Whatever is there ahead or to the right of saturated vapor line is the superheated region, and to the left of the saturated liquid line is the subcooled region. And similarly over the TS diagram the same regions are there. Onto the left there is saturated liquid line, right saturated vapor line, to the right of it superheated region, to the left of saturated liquid line is the subcooled region, in between we have wet region. Now how to draw the diagrams? First draw two light horizontal lines on pH diagram. The higher pressure is the condenser pressure denoted by P suffix C. Lower pressure is the evaporator denoted by P suffix E. And now the condition is we want that the refrigerant be subcooled, and subcooling takes place after we can say compression process, and we can say after the compression and condensation process. How to show it onto the diagram? First I am assuming the inlet condition that the vapor inlet to the compressor is dry. So when it is dry it is over this dry line. You can even show it wet because at entry the condition is not mentioned. Then it will go on compressing. From 1 to 2 it crosses the superheated region, and then from point 2 it enters the condenser and condensation starts. Now if we reach up to this saturated liquid line, I'll denote the point as 3 dash. We have to reach point 3 dash when there is no subcooling, but since subcooling is present over here, the vapor or the liquid refrigerant we are getting at point 3 dash would be cooled further, so it would go into the subcooled region. I'll denote it over here like it is, this is point 3. So 3 dash to 3 it indicates the subcooling, and then again after subcooling point 3 it enters the throttling valve or the expansion valve, where it is expanded by keeping the enthalpy constant. So this is point 4, and then after at point 4 it enters the evaporator, where it continuously absorbs the heat from point 4 to 1. So that is the refrigeration effect or the heat absorption. H3 is equal to H4 at this location. Then here we have enthalpy of 0.1. This is H2. And we are feeling the refrigeration effect from 4 to 1, that shows the evaporation or the absorption of heat. So it is heat absorbed into the evaporator, and here we are getting RE. Next, the work supplied to the compressor is from H2 to H1, so it is H2 minus H1. Next, in a similar manner, I would be drawing the TS diagram. For that also, draw constant pressure lines first. These are on TS diagram drawn in this way. The higher pressure is condenser pressure. The lower pressure is evaporator pressure. Now point 1 is on dry line, because that I am assuming it can even be in wet region. Inlet condition is not specified, so this would be point 1. There is isentropic compression. The temperature and pressure increases from point 1 to point 2. It goes into superheated region. Then it starts condensing from point 2, reaches the saturated liquid line. From 2 it reaches 2 dash, then here it reaches 3 dash onto the saturated liquid line. Now since it is subcooling inside the condenser, 3 dash has to drop further, that is the temperature reduces and the liquid refrigerant goes into the subcooled state from the saturated liquid line. So it would be going into the subcooled state from 3 dash to point 3. This would be representing the subcooling. Then 3 to 4 is expansion into the throttling valve or expansion valve, indicated with the help of a curve. So 3 to 4 indicates throttling. At 4 it enters the evaporator, absorbs the heat. So we are getting refrigeration effect from 4 to 1. So process 3 to 3 dash is subcooling. And I'll write the COP for this. COP is again refrigeration effect upon work input. Refrigeration effect is H1 minus H4, which we are getting in the evaporator. Work input is H2 minus H1 for the compressor. Then H4 is equal to H3, because being a constant enthalpy process. So COP would finally be H1 minus H3 upon H2 minus H1. And here I can just explain the benefit of subcooling. That is, if the subcooling was not there, suppose at point 3 dash only, that is the liquid refrigerant would have reached only up to 3 dash, then this refrigeration effect would have been quite less, as we can see here. It would have been a smaller value. And if refrigeration effect decreases, the COP decreases. Like if RE reduces, the COP reduces. So if we want to increase the COP of the plant, we have to increase the refrigeration effect, and for that one of the methods is superheating, the other method is subcooling, where we are increasing this refrigeration effect. So this was regarding the pH and TS diagram for subcooling. At the end, if you all find my videos helpful, you all can like, share, comment and subscribe our channel. At the same time, you all can share it amongst your family and friends. Thanks for watching.